Welcome to Church Everywhere. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Marty.
Happy birthday to you.
Well, thanks, but it's not my birthday. In fact, isn't yours coming up sooner than mine is?
Technically, that might be true, but it's always a good time to celebrate.
That is so true. But speaking of birthdays, do you have any big plans or resolutions for your next year?
You know, it's a great question, and I do. I always, around my birthday, I like to just think about things that I could change over the next year of my life.
You know, it is always a really good time to evaluate where you're at and where you're going.
You know, what's funny to me about those times of reflection is the more I think about how much I've grown in the previous year, the more I realize how much extra growing I really need to do.
That is so true. And sometimes when you start to see just how big the gap is between where you are and where you want to be, it can be really overwhelming.
Yeah, and I find that it's not just overwhelming because of the gap. It's overwhelming to me because I can't figure out how to bridge that gap and how to overcome my own weaknesses.
Absolutely. You know, it's kind of like this clip from Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is a super nice guy who just happens to have the role of bad guy in a video game. But he's tired of just being the bad guy. So in this scene, he crashes a party for the video game cast, including the hero, Fix-It Felix. Check it out.
Hello, everybody.
I'm okay. Fit as a fiddle. Now, you all know Ralph?
Evening. Evening, Nell, Lucy, Don, Dana,
Deanna.
Big Gene.
Why is he here?
He's just here for a slice of cake.
And I'm a big part of the game, technically speaking. Why are you here, Gene?
Oh, look! The cake. Well, I'll be dipped. You've really outdone yourself, Mary.
Oh, and look! There's all of us at the top.
Each apartment is everyone's favorite flavor. Norwood's is red velvet,
Guilty.
and lemon for Lucy, rum cake for Jean, and for Felix.
Hey, Mary. What's the flavor of that mud that I'm stuck in there?
Oh, chocolate.
Never been real fond of chocolate.
Well, I did not know that.
One other little thing, I hate to be picky, but you know, this angry little guy here might be a lot happier if you put him up here with everyone else. See that? Look at that smile.
No. You see, Ralph, there's no room for you up here.
Well, what about this? We can make room. Here, we can take turns. Easy.
How about we just eat the cake?
Hang on. Felix needs to be on the roof because he's about to get his medal.
Well, then how about we just take that medal and give it to Ralph for once? Would that be the end of the world, Gene?
Now you're just being ridiculous. Only good guys win medals. And you, sir, are no good guy.
I could be a good guy if I wanted to, and I could win a medal.
Uh-huh. And when you do, come and talk to us.
And then would you finally let me be on top of the cake with you guys?
If you won a medal, we'd let you live up here in the penthouse. But it will never happen because you're just the bad guy who wrecks the building.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
All right, Gene. You know what? I'm gonna win a medal. Oh, I am gonna win a medal. The shiniest medal this place has ever seen. A medal that will be so good that it will make Felix's medals wet their pants. And good night. Thank you for the party.
Is he serious?
Oh, please, where's a bad guy gonna win a medal? Of course he's not serious.
So as the movie goes on, Wreck-It Ralph, he strikes out on his own to become a good guy. But it's so funny because it just does not work out and he keeps getting into so much trouble.
Then, Fix-It Felix shows up and tries to make things right. Except that doesn't work either. See, good guy or bad guy, it turns out that none of them are actually good enough to save themselves.
See, that's actually the problem for all of us. Sure, when we're just looking at each other, it's kind of easy to see that some people might be a little bit better and some people might have a little bit more problems.
But that doesn't mean any of us are actually good enough on our own.
Some of us already know we're bad guys, like Wreck-It Ralph.
And some of us think we're the good guys, like pretty much all of the other characters in that clip.
But every one of us experience a sharp pain when we're confronted with the reality of the gap between where we are and where we could be.
Every one of us experiences an ache when we realize how far short of God's goodness we are.
Good thing that's not the end of the story though, because there are two important details that change everything.
The first is that none of this is a surprise to God. That's why he sent Jesus, to cover our failures and to restore us from our weakness to his strength.
And the second, well, we don't have to walk around looking down on the people around us in the midst of their struggles.
Instead, we can keep looking up to Jesus, and we can love the people around us that might be the bad guy.
They've already got voices in their life, maybe even their own, telling them, you're just the bad guy who wrecks the building.
But we can be the people who offer them something more, who clean up their messes with them and share in their hopes and build into their lives together, because the truth is, each one of us, we would still be broken without Jesus.
So remember, you're not just watching online. You are the Everywhere Church, and you're not in this alone. If you need help moving out of that bad guy life or in loving someone who is stuck there, email me or Marty.
Connect with us if you need support, and we'll see you again soon for another episode.